Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to another video. This is the team selection video for Game Week 5. We're soon approaching Game Week 6, which is going to be the wild card. Having thought about it, might not play it, but no, I'm going to play it, most likely. There's very little chance that I don't play the wild card in Game Week 6, but for now, Game Week 5 is a bit tricky because I'm going to show you in a bit, a lot of City and Arsenal defense. They're playing each other. I got double on both of them, so I was planning to put Robertson for Guardiola with my free transfer, and now I'm very tempted to just roll the transfer for a lot of reasons. First, I would love to have a free transfer after my wild card, even if I play the wild card, to just, you know, never know, deal with shit that was unexpected, or if there's a player who becomes suddenly a great option, I want to be able to just bring him in, even though I played the wild card, without taking any minuses. So it's very good to have a free transfer, even though you're playing the wild card. However, I also want to attack this game week, and I don't feel comfortable having both Arsenal defense and City, double Arsenal defense and double City defense, which is why I wanted to bring Robertson. But now there's two things. First of all, Liverpool losing their last game at home, and now they're playing Bournemouth. And you might say, yeah, Bournemouth doesn't have as good as defense, but they have a better attack than Nottingham Forest. Their XG has actually been one of the top 4 or 5 teams in terms of XG this beginning of the Premier League season. So I don't know, like, is it worth wasting a transfer? Losing Guardiola, who might play against Arsenal, might get a clean sheet, might be an edgy 0-0 like last year. So this is where my thoughts are. I'm going to get straight into it, not wasting any time. Let me show you my bus team for this game week, what I'm planning. By the way, I'm recording this on Wednesday this time. It's going to come out tomorrow daytime instead of night, which I usually do. So let's go to Fantasy app. Go to Fantasy over here. Let's go to Pick Team. This is it. This is what I have for now. One thing that I'm actually happy with, which I've been hearing a lot of people saying that, oh, if you want to get a differential, I know Isak might be injured, and I've heard the name Solanke drop a lot lately, like today and yesterday and these last few days, from other content creators watching videos, and I feel happy in a way having kept him all this time. He hasn't even dropped in price. He's still 7.5. This is the biggest mystery in fantasy since I started playing this game. I don't know how was that possible. They froze him or his price, and then suddenly they removed the, I don't know. He's on 7%. He was around 17 or 18%. Should have been dropped 3 times now. But either way, and he's fit. He started against Arsenal. Did he play 90 minutes? Almost 90 minutes. So I'm very happy to have him there. I feel like one issue out of the way. João Pedro, I don't know if he's fit. I'm assuming he's fit. If he doesn't, but let's start from the top. And by that I mean from the goalkeeper. I've got Raya again. I trust elite Arsenal defense, although they're playing Man City away. You know, their toughest fixture by far this season, playing City away. However, last year it was a cagey 0-0, and I have a feeling it's going to be similar. You know, City might score, but I just have to live with it. You know, what are you going to... Sometimes you're just going to get this, like, big teams playing each other. There's nothing you can do about it. But I have Saliba and Raya, so... Initial idea was to sell Guardiola for Robertson. I could sell Saliba, but I feel like Guardiola, I have a feeling he might start. And if I sell him... Yeah, if I sell him for Robertson, I would have probably want to play Lewis, who I don't know. It's just all this confusion that Pep Roulette is just fucked up my brain. I just hate... This is why I hate owning any other City player except Haaland, because just Pep never stops rouletting. That's why that's why he has the nickname to begin with. He just never stops rouletting. Never stops playing with our feelings. Like last week, which I had double City defense, and I thought, oh, 2 clean sheets, easy clean sheets, Brentford at home. Not only didn't keep a clean sheet to begin with, but both of them played 45 minutes. So I ended up in 1 point, and I benched Saliba for 5 points in the bench. Disgusting, annoying. I want to find a way in my wild card not to have any other City players, even though they're the best team in Premier League. The problem is, with Arteta, you know exactly who's going to start most of the times. I just doubt he would bench Saliba and Gabriel any game. If City had that, like a nail double, everyone would own those players. It's just like with Guardiola, I don't suddenly, he's been a, or Lewis, I got a -4 to bring him in, and now we don't know. Let's see. I'm happy that we have another game week before the game week 6, which I intend to play the wild card, because I'm just insecure in a lot of positions of what to do with a lot of players long term, like the likes of Jota and Diaz as well, coming off on 60th, 70th minute sometimes. If they don't get any returns, it's not fun. It's not fun to have to deal with that. So yeah, I don't know what to do with but for now I'm setting on Raya and Saliba, double Arsenal defense. Wow, it is what it is. Guardiola, I could switch Saliba for Lewis, but I don't think Lewis will start. I don't know. I'm just confused. So I'm undecided about this, and I'm probably going to be undecided until last minute of who to start or who to bench more. Robinson, I mean, had I known, somebody told me that it's going to be another 0-0, I could literally play both City defenders and both Arsenal defenders and bench Robinson. But Robinson is just going to be there for cover. I don't think they're going to keep a clean sheet to begin with, because they're playing Newcastle at home. But I'm happy with him getting some attacking returns. Hopefully another assist. That would be welcomed. Yeah, for now I have this defense on midfield. It's more, yeah, Smith Rowe and Garnacho. I'm in between. For now I have Garnacho on my bench, and I'm starting Smith Rowe. I don't know why. My fear is actually Garnacho. Man United played last night. They won 7-0, I think. And Garnacho got 2 goals and 2 assists, played amazingly, which he should. I mean, I predicted him to be one of the main Man United players this year. It's just Ten Hag has different opinions. But yeah, so for now he's in my bench, but I think come last minute I'm going to make the decision to play him, give him one last chance before I play the wild card. I mean, if he starts playing regularly, starting ahead of Ahmad, or yeah, it's going to be Ahmad. He's not going to bench Rashford. I just know him. But if he keeps his place or begins to start from the first minute, I might have to keep him on my wild card, because I just don't like any other players around that price range. And I like him. He can be very devastating. So let's see. This game week is actually good to get a bit more information, because it's just a lot of things are in the air at the moment. Then I have Rodgers, Wolves at home. This is the game. If this is not the game, I mean, I don't know. It's just, he's the most confusing. Everybody almost owns him. What's his overall rank? 15%, but among elite FPL players, it's way more than that. Above 50%. And he's blanked 4 game weeks in a row, played 90 minutes up top for Villa. Not been able to get any assists or goals. It's just incredible. He's been playing amazingly as well. So let's I can't bench him, because I know how involved it is. So I'm gonna, last chance, the 5th chance he has to bring anything. Bring us an assist, just something. Bring us something, Rodgers. Even though he's 5.0, but yeah. Salah captain. This is another dividing issue this week. If you don't have Salah, I don't really know. Haaland playing Arsenal. I mean, last year he didn't even get a shot on target, I think, against Arsenal, which is worrisome. Hence why I brought Salah to begin with last week, just for this game week, basically, to captain him. Bournemouth away. I don't know. I guess you captain Haaland. Even though if you have Solanke, that's not a bad shout. Brentford at home. But I don't know, who would you... Saka? No. City away. Who else? Isak maybe? Who is Isak playing? Should we check over here? Because I'm not sure. Let's say Isak. Who is he playing? Fulham away. Okay. It's not... Should have seen here. That's not yeah, the easiest game. So I don't know. I don't really know who would you captain if you don't have Salah. Honestly, don't know. Diego Jota maybe, but then is he going to start? Liverpool beat Milan last night. Played very, very good. That's another thing with Robertson, by the way, which I'm reluctant to bring him in. Tsimikas started last night, and he played well as well. He played well. He's better at crosses, I feel. than Robertson. So suddenly, I don't think Robertson has lost his place, but I don't like this. Make a transfer, like waste a transfer, and you're not sure if he might start. I don't know. He most likely will, but I just don't want to have the headache. I'd rather have one pre-transfer saved for after wildcard anyways. If he starts, then at least we know it's bring him in the wildcard, which if I go with double Arsenal attack, I might have to. Yeah. Salah captain. Jota I have there still. He hasn't returned since game week 1. Yeah, since game week 2, Brentford got an assist that game. Yeah. And then Smith Rowe for now. Newcastle at home. I just trust Smith Rowe to get something, even if they get a goal or 1 or 2. He's just involved. He was like that for Arsenal as well. So very good. He's 5.7 now. I might have to keep him in the wild card. We'll have to see that next week. And then on attack, I have Solanke, which I'm very happy with. Especially considering that most people want to get him in this week. I have Haaland, as I said, against I'm not expecting too much, but even if he does, who cares? It's Haaland, super highly owned. What's his ownership now? 70%. Yeah, that tells you something. And João Pedro, who didn't play last game week because of a knock. So I'm hoping he plays this week. He was playing Nottingham Forest at home. Nottingham Forest defense very impressive. I don't expect many goals, to be honest. So, and I have Lewis and Garnacho on the bench for now. Garnacho, as I said, let's see if there's injuries or something. Like if João Pedro is injured, I'm not going to make a transfer. I'm just going to play Garnacho instead and play 3-5-2. But yeah, this is my team, as I said. I'm not completely convinced. I don't think I'm making a transfer, to be honest. I think I'm 80% likely not to roll the transfer, basically. 20%, unless there's significant injuries. Liverpool already played. I don't think so. Arsenal is going to play on Thursday. We'll see about that, but I only have Saliba and Raya. Unlikely to get injured. And then City plays tonight, so we'll see about that as well. Other than that, yeah, this is it. This is the game week 5 before the game week 6 wild card. I'm comfortable in some areas, not so comfortable in other areas, but yeah. Let's look quick at what I'm planning. I thought this, like, I assume most people are going to play the wild card game week 6. If you're not, because I thought about it too, like I could go without playing the wild card. I would prefer, because why postpone it unless, yeah, I'll see. I'll decide this game week. Again, is going to give us a lot more information, I feel, to make those final calls. But yeah, if I just, let's go for game week 6, for example. I definitely want triple Arsenal somewhere. I want 5 Arsenal players, because I want 3 on defense and Saka and Havertz up top, but I can't have them. So if I decide to go with Havertz, then I have to sell Saliba for Robertson or someone else, which I'm not happy. I really want their defense, especially for the run. But let's say if I just use 2 free transfers next week, I get Saka, and then I could sell João Pedro or Solanke for Havertz if I wanted to. Let's see. Yeah, no, I have 3 Arsenal players. This is the problem. So I kind of have to ship Saliba. But I can make Saka and bring in Buemo for Jota, for example, and then wait. Yeah, I just don't feel... The decision is going to come down to Havertz. Like, if I want to bring Havertz in, I'm going to have to wildcard, because it's just too much. I can't rotate that much, and yeah. But Solanke, the Tottenham fixtures are okay-ish, so I don't know. Might think of keeping him or bringing. So I have the option of bringing Havertz for Solanke and keep it cheaper. João Pedro could be anyone. Could be Calvert-Lewin, who has very good fixtures. If we look at here, Everton fixtures, by the way, amazing. And Everton this season, I'm going to say. It's so funny, because this is what I was thinking watching them last game week, which they lost after leading 2-0 again. Sean Dyche and Everton, there were 2 names that I always in my life, before they were together, associated with boring football. And for some reason they come together, but the football is nowhere near boring this season. They're losing, because for one reason or another. But they've been playing pretty entertaining football. I've got to say that. And even McNeil for 5.4 is he now? Let's go to Everton. He could be a good shout as well with these fixtures instead of Smith Rowe. I mean, he's going to be in consideration. Let me just go quick of some of the players that I want to have in my Buemo is going to be there just undoubtedly. Then it's a question of should I keep Garnacho or bring Eze. There's a lot of players that I could afford in this, like the likes of Palmer, Son, De Bruyne. Foden is another one that people have forgotten about. You know, player of the season last year. So if he suddenly comes back, I don't know what's up. I thought he was he had an illness the first game week and then just hasn't played since. But he's one to watch when he comes back. And then if we go lower, yeah, Bowen. So Bowen I want to have because look at West Ham's fixtures over here. So from game week 6, they have Brentford away, Ipswich at home, Tottenham away. Okay, I wouldn't put it as a red, but it is what it is. Man United at home, Nottingham Forest away, Everton at home. And then they have 2 difficult fixtures after that, and then all green after that. So I feel like this midfield over here, and even Rodgers could go to, if I have a cheaper striker, Rodgers could be upgraded to something else. But if I want a more expensive, the likes of Watkins or Havertz and Solanke, depends what combination I choose to go with. Guardiola is going to be sold for something cheaper. Ezri Konsa or Aina. I kind of want both. Let's go to Aston Villa and get Konsa over here. So I'm very likely to go like something like this. If I get Havertz, bring in Robertson. Robinson probably gonna go because their fixture starts getting, and they haven't been very good defensively. So he's gonna go for Aina most likely because I was impressed with Nottingham Forest defense. Here we go. It's not just Embarco, could be any 4-point defender. Gonna keep Raya obviously. So this how it would look like. Still gonna keep risking on Rico Lewis because I think if he starts, he's a very good value. And then the midfield would look something like this. Then I have 9.6 to spend here. So Watkins could be. And have this. This is very decent. But then I'll have to play McNeil or Rodgers every game week. McNeil, what's the 6.1? Yeah. Could play around, but anyways, just don't want to put too much thought into it now. There's no point of talking about wildcard. It's going to be a longer wildcard video next week. And I hope you tune in into that because I am nowhere near probably to be final. And I think this game week is going to help us a lot. Or it's going to help me at least. It's very unlikely that I don't wildcard. I will have 2 free transfers if I keep this, if I'm rolling, which I think I am this week. I'm going to have 2 free transfers. And I might not play the wildcard, but I think I will. Because then I will have those transfers will roll also after wildcard, and then that will just be amazing to have 2 free transfers after we play the wildcard. If something happens, you know, made a bad decision, made judgment, or if you want to get some punts for early game week. But ideally, I would love to play the wildcard and roll like up to 4 free transfers. Because if I go with Havertz, for example, this is another thought that I had for these 3 games that they have. Arsenal tends to play or keep way more clean sheets away from home than at home. Even though their fixtures become slightly more difficult, there's no difficult. The more difficult the fixtures, the better they are, I think, for clean sheet odds. Because they keep it more compact. While with the smaller teams, especially at home, they play just full-on open expand and they just risk it. So they're less likely to keep clean sheets. So I thought bring on Havertz for the good fixtures, 6, 7, and 8. And then sell Havertz for someone else. And bring on Gabriel or Saliba and go back to double Arsenal defense after that. But we'll have to see. Thank you for joining me this game week. Good luck with your team. I hope there's plenty of good options for transfers. If you could roll, try and roll. Hope you have a great game week. Hopefully it's better than the last one. I'm sure it's going to be better than the last one. I mean, the bar is so low to beat that. Am I right? So yeah, thank you for joining. Like and subscribe. And I hope you'll have a wonderful, wonderful game week. We'll see you on Monday next week for Game Week review. Bye. Subscribe. Come on. Just do it. I'm waiting. Just do it.